Hey everyone, welcome to Revisiting the MCU series, where we turn back the clock and rewatch and review every single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie in release order, and at the end we are going to have the epic finale where we're going to be ranking them from worst to best. So you don't want to miss that, so make sure you hit subscribe now so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. But today we're going to be talking about the movie which is often considered as Avengers 2.5, even though it's not. It's a Captain America movie, and that's Captain America Civil War. In this movie, the Avengers are divided on their ideals with the consequences of the deaths in Sokovia from Age of Ultron. They're requested to sign the Sokovia Accords that will hold them responsible for any actions taken and basically place them under the control of a world governing body. While at the same time, Bucky's Winter Soldier is framed for a bombing and Steve must protect his friend from the past and present threats. This was probably one of the most exciting Marvel movies for me personally, not only because it was a Captain America movie, but also just based on the sheer number of characters and the introduction of not only Black Panther, but the MCU version of Spider-Man. Captain America Civil War is in a lot of ways amazing, because we are not only getting to see the majority of characters from the Avengers together once again without it being an Avengers movie, but also the split of characters and being Team Cap or Team Iron Man. I am and always have been Team Cap, but if you've been watching this series, you probably already know that. Seeing the characters we have connected with in one way or another over the past 8 years having to be divided with different ideals was one of the biggest plays for Marvel. You may be Team Cap, but when you see Black Widow or a character you might consider an ally on the other side, some lines start to become blurred and things get complicated. But as for the new characters, Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther is awesome, and it was unfortunately right when he was diagnosed with cancer, which we wouldn't find this out until his unfortunate death in 2020. He was such an icon and such a great character as he deals with the death of his father and wanting justice for it, but also wants to do the right thing in the end. There's also Tom Holland's Spider-Man, who first appeared in the trailers of this movie, though I do wish it would have been saved. It was a big draw for fans. But his version of Spider-Man is great. He's the nerdy kid with superpowers that we always wanted, and Tom Holland perfectly blends Peter Parker with Spidey. The villain is Baron Helmut Zemo, who frames Bucky and pits the Avengers against one another in an effort to end superheroes and super soldiers by association. This villain was both brilliant and horribly mishandled. The right ideas were there, but the execution was poor, and that he's pushed to the side as we focus on the Avengers fighting amongst themselves. Thankfully we get a much better Zemo once we get to the Falcon and Winter Soldier series though. In terms of the look for this movie, everything is really cool and awesome, from the fight scenes and the chase scenes until we get to that pivotal moment when the Avengers face off against each other. In what may be one of the biggest cinematic atrocities ever committed, the buildup of the Avengers going toe-to-toe falls extremely flat as they fight in a very boring setting of an airport, and the color is nearly non-existent. It genuinely hurts my soul to know that this scene is so great but so ugly when it should have been nothing short of spectacular. Though I do appreciate a later scene of the iconic panel of Iron Man blasting at Cap's shield being brought to life. At least that had some color and awe to it. Captain America Civil War is by no means a bad movie. It's actually one of the best when you break it down to its story, but once some of the other CG elements get added in, it's just chipped away slowly. Iron Man doesn't look that great, the backgrounds look obviously fake, more than usual, and there are just some elements that are downright ugly. I think that Civil War might be the worst of the Captain America trilogy, but if we take it by itself or even compare this Captain America trilogy amongst the rest of the MCU, it's actually one of the best. So those are essentially my thoughts on Captain America Civil War. Let me know your favorite moment, favorite character, and where it ranks on your Marvel list down in the comment section down below. And also while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on any future videos, including this Revisiting the MCU series, and as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the end of this series where I'm going to be ranking them from worst to best. You don't want to miss out, trust me. If you also don't want to miss out on anything from me, make sure you're following me on social media, as well as subscribe to the Animated Apparel Company YouTube channel, where I have tons of new videos all the time. We're posting like constantly, and we have new videos upcoming. We're going to be live streaming watch parties of Loki, all sorts of awesome stuff, so make sure you don't miss out on any of that and give them a subscribe as well. But other than that, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.